4, 3, 2, 1.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Oh, yes. We are back. It's been quite some time. It's been quite some time. How are you guys doing, man? Welcome to another healing session. Another time for us to come together, talk a little bit. You know what I mean? Get some stuff on our chest. We've been away for a couple of days, man. Almost 2 weeks, man. Right, James?
Yeah,
Very
about
close
2
to-
weeks.
It's my voice of reason right here, as always. Man to my left, James Webb. How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, you been getting some. I see you got like you did a little haircut situation. Is that what
Yeah, shave my face. I
Little
can't
poke.
grow a beard, so
Oh.
I decided to give up.
Man, I've been working on this one for 29 years, buddy. This is
You're doing better than me.
29 in the making, baby. I might get the full chin by 30. That's what. That's what I hope.
You gotta hang on to that hope, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I had somebody asked me people asked me to cut it, and I have legit panic attacks. I don't know. That's how we're starting. You know what I mean? Don't cut your facial hair. Don't do it. That's good, man. We've done a lot of work. Again, taken to these streets, man. I guess I don't really know. Like always, I don't necessarily know exactly what I want to touch on this week, but there's definitely there's a lot of transition going on. You can say with the world. Things are getting better some places. Things are getting worse other places. Seems everywhere Trump wants to campaign is getting worse, man. You know what I
A
mean?
little bit, yeah.
There's some divine intervention right there. it's crazy. All the states where he be wanting to go and party it up, man. You know what I mean? His hotel is in one of them. The Mar-a-Lago, right? And that one in Florida?
Florida is messed up.
Oof, man. We keep telling y'all.
Florida, Texas.
Arizona.
Yeah, man.
California is getting whereas California is a little back and forth, but you know we know we hope for the best with everything, man, because I know we've been out, man, and they've started to make things more accessible for people to go outside. It's nice to see people getting back out a little bit, getting back to some normalcy and everything. Some people have just hopped right in. You know how you have some people that kind of like wade into the ocean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you just got those freaks that just run in full speed and just dive in. They don't care what the tide is. They don't care how strong the current is. They just in there just swimming. That's what some people are doing right now. There's some people out here, no masks and no nothing, man. Getting mad when people ask you to put a mask on. Like, really? That is where we are in life, man. People are getting angry, dude. It's people using that as an excuse for racism. I feel like white women have been using the masks
Boy, oh boy.
as their last ditch effort to get that racism out. Like because they gotta hold it in now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Man, I'm looking at white people now. I be looking in their eyes like, oh, go. Well, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? It's like physically, like you can see it. We've been going to these protests, man, and I'm looking at these police, and like they know now. You know what I mean? That's not to say that they have completely stopped all over. There've been over 100 deaths at the hands of police since George Floyd, and I might even be underselling that. That was like a week ago, so
Yeah.
maybe a whole lot. Is definitely a whole lot more. But you can see them out there. Like it just looks like it hurts them. It's like when you got to take a shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, but I just don't know where I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that is how they hold in their brutality. Like no, I'm just saying it's a lot of angry people out there. But most of it, definitely most of it is because we want to see some real change happen in the world. I feel like it's gonna happen in our generation, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we are really at that point where I will see a day when my kids can walk a little more free. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna prepare them for what the world has to offer. It's my duty. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this before. It's my duty, you know what I'm saying, as a black parent, what I will be eventually to prepare my children for what the world could offer them. But I would like to see them come up in a day where at least the world says no to it a whole lot louder than the world that, you know, I've seen and that my parents seen have treated it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we say it a lot, man. It's a very, it's mostly young people who come out to these protests, man. And you need that. You need the youth to really, you know, lead that charge. They got the energy for one. You know what I mean? They invincible. They be the main ones out there with no masks on. You know, you be like, yo, put that on, bro. You know what I'm saying? They keep it around their neck with all the designs on it, like it's part of the outfit. And I was like, no, it's part of your face, bro. Like, put that on your face, dude.
Saw a quote the other day. I think I'm paraphrasing. I can't remember exactly, but it was, you have the responsibility to be more ethical than the generation that came before you.
Yeah, you do.
And I feel like we're seeing that.
We are seeing that. You know what I mean? I can say that I can say there are things that I've looked at in my parents and my grandparents or generation before me, and I've said, no, I'm not going to act that way. You know what I mean? I'm not going to walk down that road. I'm not going to keep that mindset just because I know it's what we've been comfortable having, you know, this whole amount of time. So I would expect the people to come after me to have even more of that too. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you've seen that more and more. That's how you've gotten to this point where it's gone less from everyone openly, you know, showing that hatred to them. You know, you have the people who are like, oh man, that's not that good. You know, I'm not gonna say nothing, but you know, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a side eye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of white people that felt like as long as I give it that side eye, you know what I mean? I have done my part for racism. You know what I mean? I said, hey, and that's it. Like, that's they felt like that's
My job is done.
My job is done. You know what I mean? Then you see me and you saw me say hey twice. Jeez, man, get off my lawn, bro. Oh man, you been looking at these memes, dude? Karen and Ken.
They are, bro.
Dog, man, they're talking about something, and that wasn't even their property. Again, you know what I mean? They went to somebody else's house. They was on the Capitol building out there holding their guns, man. That lady looked like she was trying to act all gangster with it. Did you see how limp her wrist was? I'm like, you ain't never.
She had the worst trigger discipline of
Exactly.
everyone. She was holding the fucking trigger the whole time.
She was like, and then she was like pointed at her feet. So I'm like, this lady is gonna shoot off her pinky toe for all my Harlem Nights fans out there. I was like, lady, watch your pinky toe, man. She was like, yeah, get out of here. I'm like, this is why y'all time is up, man. Say it, dude. Y'all ain't do no training, dude. Like I'm telling you, man. I wrote something about the comfort that I feel like you know, a lot of white people may have had, you know what I'm saying, where they felt like, you know, they kind of won, you know what I mean? Everything's good. This is how it is. This is how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? We not gonna switch it up. We good. And I said, you know, because somebody told me they really appreciated what I said, that it resonated with them. Like I said, that comfort made them weak. And it's like, look at those people as a prime example. You know what I mean? That man, I know you holding that rifle, bro, but come on, bro. Come on, dude. Look at me. All right. You ironed your clothes before you was gonna go out and do this, so you was ready for that action. So you had time to iron some They were pleated.
Yeah, those khakis were impeccable.
Pleated
dude.
khakis, bro. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? So you had to. He was in the house just like, baby. All right, hold on. Let me tuck my shirt in. Let me tell you, as soon as I get my shirt tucked in, all right, I am going out here and letting them know how real I am. All right. Yes. It is. That's how you know, man. Revolution is coming, man.
Yeah.
It is coming, dude.
It's here.
It's here, bro.
We're watching it.
It's here. I gotta ask you, Jan, because I've been with you, all right, and I know that you've been feeling. And I don't want to gaslight you, make you feel like
No,
you know.
yeah.
But you've seen a difference in how the environment has been from a white person's standpoint, correct?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's you know, I'm definitely seeing. I'm seeing a lot more white people speak out, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, and this is come in waves over the last like 10 years or so. Like,
That's true, yeah.
Like, you know, a black man will get shot. You know, Michael Brown will get shot, and then it'll be like 2 or 3 days of like Facebook outrage, and then people are just back to, you know, oh, the fucking, you know, the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And it's so different now. And
Yeah.
I think this is like, and I've said this before, like the timing couldn't have been unfortunately couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
Because there's no TV.
There's nothing.
There's nothing to watch,
Yes.
which means people aren't distracted anymore.
Exactly.
So
We're
we
like-
can be out there constantly talking about this.
Exactly, man.
And really affecting real change. So
Yeah.
like all of these people, I've seen a couple posts the last week or so because it's kind of dipped a little bit.
You
but
would
then
think, yeah.
I'll see these posts where it's like, it's don't get distracted. Like,
Yeah, I
it's,
love
it's
the-
still Black Lives Matter.
I really love the hey, are you having trouble with with your tires or something? Are you having trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Call this number and find the people who murdered Breonna Taylor, baby. I love it. It'd be some different ones. But there was one. It was a meme. It was Missy Elliott, dude. It was. You work it. Let me work it. I put my thing down, and then they put backwards. Find the people who murdered Breonna Taylor. It's like, get these niggas. You know what I'm saying? We not going nowhere, baby. I got nothing but time to make memes.
That's right.
Even if I'm getting sick, I got nothing but time to make memes.
That just means
baby.
you're making more memes.
Making more memes, you know what I'm saying? That's what some people is at, you know what I mean? Especially black people. Black people know they are more likely to not only contract coronavirus, you know what I'm saying, because of the health situation. And,
Right.
and I always pray to God for good health. I believe that, He gives me good health, especially to go out here and do what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, man, if this is where I'm going, if this is how I'm going out, and you will know what the number is to find these dudes, man. You know what I mean? Don't think we don't know, District Attorney, all right, that you was having a wedding party with your white wife, all right? We will show up there, okay? I'm showing up there dressed like this. I ain't getting dressed up. No. Hey, come
Dude,
on now.
if this virus takes me before all this ends, just put arrest the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor and the phone number on my gravestone,
on
dude.
my gravestone, baby. Oh, that's what we got to do. Ooh, oh yes. I'm telling you, man, that is important. That's what people need to do, man, for real. But I'm telling you, man, change. Yeah, you're right. The change is here, man. People, I mean, you have to listen, and if you don't, it's like. Because we've been asked to listen to so many other things. I think that's what this generation has been. It's what we've come up in. We're like, it's like because it's like there's mental health. There's, people who want to come out. We went to the Pride March. People who want to express that part of their lives. Is we were telling to listen, and we're here as black people seeing ourselves be killed in the streets, and we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You need to listen to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so good to see all these communities that feel oppressed in the same way. You know what I mean? And you don't have to separate them. You don't have to separate black trans from black. You don't have to separate black and brown. You have to separate where all these communities realizing we're being put down by one force. You know what I mean? And it's good to see us all stay together and keep pushing that because we have to. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And speaking of Pride too, I like. I mean, this was probably the best Pride I've ever been to.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not looking at.
The first one I did in
floats.
Chicago. I did New York a few times, but Chicago was because I didn't go last year. I would think I worked last year, bartended downtown, which that was bartending is the perfect thing to do during that. But this was the first time I went to this year, and even still, that was so much. There was so much. I call it righteous anger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
Useful anger and you haven't been to them here before. I'm sure you've seen clips and stuff. It's usually just oh, here comes the AT&T float. Oh, look, it's Roscoe's. Which okay, fine, you're a gay bar, but oh, look at this big done up corporate shit.
Yeah.
This year it was. What was it? 15,000 people.
15,000 people, man, and the history they gave on Chicago too. Not being from here and learning what it was to the city and how what a black trans woman who started the whole thing. And it was a riot at first, and the whole. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to recreate it to y'all because I didn't. I learned about it, but being among that was this is some real stuff.
You don't learn that at fucking corporate Pride, dude.
You don't, man. They're like you said, they get these floats out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets
it's a distraction, bro. It's a fucking distraction.
Yeah. We got nothing else to do.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right, baby.
Exactly.
Matt Bright in chat, he said, told us to listen because they didn't agree with how we saw the world. Now our communities have had enough.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that's exactly right, Matt. I mean, that's exactly right. You told us to listen and see everything, so you gotta see everything.
There's been a lot of I think like you were saying earlier about just how much we've had to see and hear. There's there's so much input that there almost wasn't any room for output
Yeah.
from from us, from
Yeah.
from our generation, the people
Yeah.
who were told to listen. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And that's why it's like it's good that you say like you know, to see like white kids out here too, you know what I mean, doing it is because they got to understand now, you know what I mean, before they grow into that habit, you know what I mean?
Get settled in their ways and
Mhm.
shit.
And so it's like, yeah, you got to listen to that, dude. It's important, man. It's important to acknowledge how someone else is feeling, especially when you know that feeling can't just be coming from nowhere. I think it's like now you can't look at me and tell me what I'm feeling is coming from nowhere, dude. You know what I mean? I can look at somebody like, you know, I've been going on these jogs, right? I've been taking these runs,
Sure.
okay? And reason why I do that is because one, I'm unhealthy. I gotta say, man, this, you know, hey, bro, look, I know I'm a skinny dude. Y'all looking at me like, oh man, people look at me, oh man, you so skinny. Nah, man, oof, man,
You're huffing and puffing after one block.
You see me, man, I be slugging,
catch
man.
up to
Oh
the
my
fucking
gosh,
crowd.
man. And we gotta run with masks on, dude.
Yeah.
I sound like Bane. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking these runs, man, and I'm looking at, like I said, I'm saying I gotta make myself, you know, I want to get more wind. I want to be a little bit healthier. You know what I mean? But also, I looked at somebody like Ahmaud Arbery specifically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think every black person sees
Yeah.
somebody that they can touch the story. And I looked at that dude, man, and that dude, I'm not gonna lie, man, I look exactly like that dude. If I cut my hair, dude, I'm like, that's exactly what I look like, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all he wanted to do was the same thing. He just wanted to jog in his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like part of me goes, okay, I need to, one, do this for my physical health, but I see this as a bit of a protest to be out in my neighborhood jogging, to say, like, I can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the world I want to live in, where I can run around in my neighborhood and, you know, and get healthy, you know what I mean? And do that, you know, and I definitely have less fear being out. I have less fear in a sense that I'm owning the fact that I am out here where I live. You know what I mean? So I'm not walking around, you know, trying to feel like I don't belong. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, if anybody were to stop me and say something, you know what I mean? At this point, you have seen me out here. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to stop me and be like, you don't know me. You know me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm in this neighborhood, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. And I'm not doing anything but trying to better myself. You know what I
Right.
mean? And the people out here need to see me doing that. And that's my protest. You know what I mean? A black man should be able to do that. You know what I mean? With impunity. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
I've been looking for a reason to say impunity. I have. Oh man, I'm getting feeling good, bro. I'm trying to, but like that's a. So like, you know, I say that to say, like, you know, I the comfort that I have in telling you that story or saying that to people now is like that you need to be able to feel that. You need to be able to see how I'm trying to change, how I'm trying to live in a world that should change, that should be different, it should be more accommodating to who I am.
Yeah.
And everything. You know what I mean? How much have I given to it?
It's your world, dude.
Yeah. It all starts from the same, like, you don't want to hear, people don't want to hear that the first people were black people, because like it can't register to you that like that's really how it works. You know what I mean? Every time, like, what was it? Remember that man they found? They said it was like shoot.
Tell me what to Google. I'll look it up right now.
It was year one. I don't want to say year one, but it was like he's like the oldest man. All right, they finally were able to put like a face on him with skin. I can't remember because he had one name.
Oh yeah, the first man.
Yeah, look, you can look up the first man. Anyway, he black. That's what I was trying to get at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get the name.
Yeah.
And it's just you have to accept that, okay? And we not even, the thing is, I don't even think we say that to you to be like, you are beneath us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We say that to you as that is the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is how the world worked. We did, we were here first, and humans were here first that had our complexion. You know what I'm saying? And we all do want to live together in a sense. But y'all keep attacking us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep coming at for what? You know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes it just be like, for what? You know what I mean? All you can look at it and just be like, I say it all the time, it has to be some sort of jealousy, some sort of fear. That's what we keep saying. You see them out there all the time with rules change, things are put in place where, you know, we all of a sudden have to change, you know, a curfew has to come when we
Yeah.
protest. You know what I mean? A larger force of, has to come to stand against us when we just want to be outside expressing who we are. You know what I mean? Where does that come from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where does that come from? Why do you feel the need? And I'm sitting in this direction. I'm looking right at James. For the people at home, I don't want y'all thinking I'm looking at James like you need to. you the white man in the room, James. You got.
I'm here for you, bro.
He's like, where does that come from? Where does that? Why do I have to be out in the? Sometimes I don't want to be outside in my neighborhood yelling all the time. You know what I mean? But I know I have a loud voice, and I'll be outside and I'll be talking, okay? And my voice carries, all right? And I know that there are people who are going to be around me that are going to say, hey, man, you need to be quiet a little bit, all right? And then it's not always just because I'm making the noise I'm making. It's because if they realize it's me making the noise, all of a sudden it's a problem. You know what I mean? We don't need to be living in a world like that. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm being loud because it's disturbing other people? Okay. But you're telling me I'm being loud because, and I've had people say that to me. I've been on the phone, like even with my own mother. You know what I mean? Where are you right now? I hear you're talking loud. Where are you? You don't need to be a black man outside just being loud.
Right.
Because what have we seen? You know what I'm saying? They get, you know what I mean? What have we seen? They get grabbed, they get, wrangled up. All of a sudden they end something. They're looked at as a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. And I was always sitting here like, that's not a fair way to live. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to say something. Somebody's got to do something. You know what I mean? I knew for a long time I lived in a world where I would constantly say, hey, that's not right. You know what I mean? And for a long time, it's like, oh, you're just young. You're just a kid. You don't really know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, that's not right. I get older. Oh, you just, I remember when Obama ran. This is kind of a little bit of a tangent, but it ties in everything I'm saying right now. I remember when Obama ran, and I was 17 years old, and I really appreciated one, the fact that he was running, the fact that he was a black man, and it drove me to look into the field of work that he was in, and I looked into politics, and I wanted to maybe see myself getting into that world and learn policy and learn the history of how the government worked. And I remember having an authority figure come to me, when I'm in class having real debates with them as the teacher or my classmates about issues that are affecting this country. I'm only 17, I can't vote, you know what I mean? And after one class, I remember a teacher came to me and they were just boiled it down and they said, I'm disappointed that you're just voting for him because he's a black man. And I was like, that kind of broke my heart at 17 to be told that I didn't even know what I was talking about, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly just because of a skin thing and all that. You know what I mean? But so it's tired of I don't want to live in a world where I feel like, I'm no matter what is going on with me internally, no matter what who I am as a person, you know what I mean? You're just looking at my skin and it's bothering you, and now I'm an issue. You know what I mean? Elijah McCain, we say his name, you know what I mean? And he died last year, you know what I mean? Wearing a mask, walking down the street. You learn more about this kid being an introvert. You heard it on that video. He said the stuff. I don't eat meat. You know what I mean? I wouldn't kill a fly. You hear this kid begging these police officers. He's like, I wear this, you know what I mean? I wear this mask because
he has anemia.
Yes. You know what I mean? I can't be. He was, doing coronavirus stuff before anyone had to do it. He literally had a weak immune system. And that was part of the reason why he died, because they roughed him up. And they said that it was directly related to how they roughed him up. You know what I'm saying? And you look at that, and all that ties in to say, you know what I mean? Why do we have to live in a place where a kid like that can't just walk down the street without, having to keep a certain part of his mind ready for a situation where his life is in danger? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all black people, all minorities have that little survival instinct, you know what I mean? And then, part of it, and then it's so then I'm sitting here and I have this natural born, always on edge. It's very relatable to soldiers with PTSD and soldiers who go to war, you know what I mean? And this is, you go to war and have a traumatic event happen, you know what I'm saying? And then that PTSD sits with you for years, you know what I mean? So it's like a flash, and then you have, but I have to have it sit at almost this medium temperature. It's like my whole life, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's stressing, so it puts stress in you in so many ways, you know what I mean? I'm learning I got lower back problems now, you know what I'm saying? I don't be lift. Look at me. I don't be lifting stuff. I lift stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not hey, I'm a skinny dude. I can lift stuff, but you know what I mean? What am I doing? Why am I got low back problem? Why am I finding that I have stress points in certain areas, and I'm not even knowing where the stress is coming from in my life. It's because I got to live with a certain level of stress. You know, I don't want that. I just don't want my kids to go and have that. And I think more people want to see the world change to where our kids don't have to live like that, dude.
It'll be interesting to see when the first full generation of black kids don't have to have the talk with their parents.
Yeah, and we'll never know. You know what I mean? We'll never know. Because I've had to resign myself to say, hey, I know I'm gonna have to talk to my kids about this. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry to laugh. I don't mean to laugh about that, but it's real. You do have to have it. I just, and I'm not to say, the first generation to not have the talk will be extremely far away. But maybe we can get to a point where we can talk to them and just let them know that, like, your life isn't as in immediate danger as I'm painting it out to be. Because that's where we're not there yet. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I know that we are not there yet. I know when I had this discussion with my mother,
Marching in the street because of that.
Yes, why we are out here in these streets, man. We are not there yet. I know I'm going to have to look him in the eye and say, hey, man, this is what you need to know, man. You know what I mean? I need to stock you up. Last of Us style. I've been playing that game, James. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah?
Oof. It's emotionally draining. It is.
I've heard it's quite the fucking stressful situation.
But I was like, okay, so I was, I can't even. Just, you know what I mean? Now all of a sudden I'm attached. And I'm playing as a white man, too. So part of me is angry because I'm playing as a white man who's like, come on, now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like conflicted. But also, you care about these people. You do. You just want to survive. Because when you see a zombie literally chew your face off, and my screen, I got a giant screen, so I'm just watching 6-foot zombie chew a man's face off. It's like, oof, okay, that's
a little much.
That's much. It's right here. I probably shouldn't sit so close to the TV, but I'm a gamer, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be blind by. Oh man, it's nice, man. It's always good to be able to sit and do this, man, and just get some of this stuff off my chest, man. You know, I like to know where I like to know where we're going next, as far as protest wise.
Yeah, there's a couple this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There's one actually happening right now.
Because I'm looking for, it's something different that's happening every week. Just in the energy of the people, you know what I mean?
Well, we're in the healing phase now. We're in the actionable, efforts phase.
I'm just saying, there's, oof. The number is 505 26. We're, as you can, I hate to sound like such a skeptic, man. It is shade. I'm already seeing shades of like, people are feeling like it's moving on. See, there's a point where everybody feels like we're just gonna move on, and I think what I need to say, and if I'm speaking for all black people, and I really believe I am. We're never gonna move on. Like, we're never gonna move on, bro. We are not. We are not moving on. All right, like, y'all gotta understand, this is not over, dude. Like, this is not some, like, I know you taking a break because now you want to go to the beach. So that's the problem. Now all of a sudden everything's reopening because everybody want to go to the beach and shit. We not done. You know what? We need to find some beach protests, James. That's what we need to find. All right,
dude.
Get on the beach. We need to keep talking about this shit, dude. We need to. Because I feel it in my spirit too, where I'm like, okay, are people still like wanting to talk about this? Do people still want to? What we need to do is figure out exactly like what the process of trying and prosecuting, people who murder these black people are. You know what I mean? I think everybody feels like they have an idea of how long a case lasts and what you need, what type of evidence you need to solve cases like this, and who and what needs to be involved. I think there needs to be more transparency on that, because there's no way it should take this long, man.
Yeah.
There's no way. How is our system built where shit like this takes this long? You know what I'm saying?
I think you know why.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why.
Exactly. I was talking about voting on it the other day. It's like so important that people do that. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the value of that, man. And it's part of me is like, am I getting old? I'm getting old. Am I voting? But no, like it's real, dude. It's real, because you see the history. You see what people's words can do. Like the first little victory that I really am taking to heart. You know what I mean? And everything that's going on, you know what I mean? The first little victory I'm taking to heart. You know, I talked about the Confederate flag coming out of NASCAR and how that was a big deal. But the real victory I took so far and what's going on is Mississippi is getting rid of their Confederate flag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From their thing. So you're like, okay, all right. That's something I can look at and be like, okay, that's some change. All right, and I do like the statues coming down. All right, that's some change.
Stonewall Jackson down today in Richmond.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, that's some change. All right, that's cool. All right. We got to get into this paperwork, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what, like, I think you think that, like, we not paying attention to this goddamn paperwork, bro. Like, we know what it is now, dude. We done seen. I'm sounding watched 13th way too many times. All right, I seen it. I want to know. I want the receipts. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. Okay, this is fun. You giving me a good show right now. You know what I mean? All these people in charge, all these people in these positions of power or whatever, you're giving us a good show by taking this down and making me feel comfortable, you know, making me feel like you're some sort of ally or whatever. But I need to see this paperwork. I need to see what you have drawn up, what the words are in the legislation that's going to go into changing, you know what I mean, the system that is built to keep me down, a system where when I go get housing, I have to pay a higher premium on my insurance, you know what I mean, which makes me more likely to lose my house if any sort of event happens. A situation where I can't get the same level of medical insurance that somebody the same age, same body type, same fucking medical issues that I could possibly have could have, but if they were a different color than me. The fact that, you know, like all this, I could list it forever, dude. Again, jogging in my neighborhood, like I can list it on forever, dude. And I only want to make these about 35 to 45 minutes. You know what I mean? My mouth gets dry. That's why I got this water. But I can list it forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff I'm looking for. It's not just about, you know what I mean? It's not even just about having, a black president anymore. It's not even just about having, a face to look at anymore. It's about that paperwork, dude.
I found some paperwork if you want to hear about it.
Yeah, what's up, man? I want. Yeah, come on, man. With some receipts, baby.
So here's some receipts right now. Just recently, the Georgia House voted 152-3 on June 19th to let voters decide to eliminate county police departments, which would transfer authority to the county sheriff's offices. So that's something that people can now decide whether or not to have a police department at all in there.
Okay. In their communities and in their okay, good. People need to know that you can, and we need that. We don't have that here in Illinois yet. You know, Lori, she holding on to these.
President Trump signed an executive order on June 16th that incentivizes police departments to ban chokeholds in order to receive federal grants.
Yeah, and cops are still chokeholding people. Yeah. All right. So again, it's do
you want money or do you want to choke somebody?
See what I'm saying? Incentivize and all that. Stop putting these little caveats in there, dude. So now this dude's like, oh, maybe it don't matter about the money. And like, no, dude, like get it out of there, dude. Because it was still a cop that got in trouble for choke holding the guy, and he got put on like suspended leave. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying. Like I get it. It's so hard to let go of that power hold, that stranglehold that you've had on the power structure for so long, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna let go and you're gonna feel like, oh man, I may never have a chance to wield this much power again, you know what I mean? And that's what we're fighting against. We're fighting against people who are in these structures that truly are benefiting from the highest levels that are afforded to them based off the color of their skin, who they what they look like, what they believe in, and who they think doesn't deserve as much as they do. And they ain't trying to let it go. That's why I'm telling you, you bring it back to them Karens, man. Karens are getting mad that they're getting called Karen. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, how many times have we seen that meme? Oh my gosh, you're gonna call me Karen because it's equivalent to the N-word. You know what I'm like, okay, don't. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, man, I'm sorry. Like, I know it's so hard to let it go. It's hard. It's hard to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You standing at the edge of the Titanic. You just hold me, Jack. You know what I mean? Jack is black people. Jack is hanging off the edge of that door. It's like, I see all that space on the door. I see the space. You know what I'm saying? We done got along all this time. You know what I mean? You stole my artwork. You know what I'm saying? And now you won't let me on this door? You trifling. And now you old now, and now all of a sudden you got some guilt. Man, get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? I'm long gone by then. You know what I'm saying? That's a metaphor. That's Titanic. Well, next time I watch Titanic, that's what I'm looking at. Jack is black people. Let us on that door, baby. All right. We just want to be on the door. That's it. We both cold.
There's enough room.
There's enough room
It's
on
a
this
big door.
It's a big ass door, bro. All right. You taking up most of the door. Did you see how she was sprawled out on the door? She just got a whole dress. Just, yeah, I need my jacket to be. No, I just need. Cause that's what y'all be doing. You're like, no, I gotta dry my jacket over here, and then I gotta dry my shoes over here. Get me on this door, baby. All right, I'm freezing. Anyway. We got any more comments, man? Before I go out of here, always open it up to comments.
Yeah, just a lot of reinforcement. Matt Bright become politically involved. Carmelita Jones. Sorry, Jack. There's not enough room on this door.
Get me on this door, baby. Sucker.
Carmelita Jones also says, "How do you reform a country founded in racism and exploitation?" And that's that goes along with the whole like, should I vote, should I not vote, like tear the system down or participate in a system.
Yeah, it was built off of lies, deceit, and aggression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I touched on it last week about them, coming here because they were outlaws in their thing. You know, the stories, oh my gosh, the king and we didn't want to live with a It's like, no, y'all niggas broke out of jail. You was like, we gonna get on these boats? We don't even know what's out there, all right? We was getting on the boats, baby. Yeah. All right? Exactly. Well, the pilgrimage, that's why they called them. No, I don't know. I'm making that up. I'm just making, but still. You out here dying. You out here dying in these streets. We looked out for you, bro. We looked out for you. It's good. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling. That's all. You gotta tear it up. You really gotta tear it at the foundation.
Julie Narosky in chat says, change the system within it and outside of it. Do both. Which,
and outside of it, yeah.
I agree. That's what's happening now. People are trying to tear it down while putting,
That's why black people are at the forefront of it. Why they have to be at the forefront of it, because we are the foundation that this system was where the backs were the, you know what I mean? So we are tearing, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I built this, dude. I built this. Receipts. You know what I mean? Ooh. I built this, dude. I did it. I built it all right? So if I don't want it, if I want to change it, you know what I mean? Hey, I have the right to change it just because you've been enjoying it this long, all right? Telling me I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? No, this is my shit. So, it's real, man. Let me on this door, baby. That is the moral of today's show, man. If any of you guys, you know what I mean, if anybody can take anything away from this, I think that's going to be the quote that I leave on that, man. We want to get on this door, baby. All right. We want to be there. We want to float. We want to survive. We want to have a chance to live out a full life, you know what I mean, and enjoy the benefits, the full benefits of what that life can give us. All right. You saw what Rose became. Rose became a wealthy ass woman. Wealthy ass woman.
Big ass,
you know
jewels, dude.
Moved right along. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Got her some money. Nah, I'm trying to get me a bag too, baby. All right. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me on this door, man. And we gonna be out in these streets, man, until you stop closing them doors. You start opening them doors. Ooh, wait. Ooh, I feel it. My spirit is cleansed. How you feel, James? You feeling?
I feel cleansed, bro.
I feel it, man. If you guys enjoyed this, man, I appreciate it, man. I think I'm really in. I want to move this to YouTube, James. Not move it, but I'm gonna put them on there so that way people can watch them, get a full experience and everything. It's time to spread this. It's time to spread this word all over the place, man. Start a little church online where I don't have to look at my congregation at all. I'm just like, hey, I hope you watched it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Corona, baby. No, it's the
Church of Social Distancing.
Church of Social Distancing, man. Exactly. Thou shalt not touch me. Hey, man, yeah. And we'll be back soon, man. I appreciate y'all watching this, man. And like I started to say, like I always say, man, we can't all be perfect, man, but we can all be people, you know? We'll figure it out, man. So that's how I felt, man. You guys be safe out there. And have a good night. How much time was that?